Well, we've commandeered Steve Palermo's vehicle. We stole it. No, I asked. Let's just borrow it. We're going to take Scotty to the airport, and it dawned on me that I did not finish my 2-year-old video yet. Talked about the 2-year-olds who qualified today. I talked about the 3-year-olds, did the racehorses, but I did not do the 2-year-olds. So I want to give everybody an update, and obviously inside, let's place it here. Then obviously inside the 2-year-old video will be some commentary on some of the horses that went today. Scotty went with a number of them. What do you got tomorrow? Monticello, you said?
I'm on a 3-year-old trotting colts Monticello.
Oh, right. Bland's Blue is there.
I do got one.
Do you have one in there?
Yep.
Can you beat mine?
Probably.
I don't like that. Would you do me a favor? Could you wear the same gloves you wore with Jim Bree today?
Yeah. Monticello, it could happen.
So we're going to talk about the 2-year-olds, what's going on with all of them, what our plans are with them. There's some that didn't go today. 2 of the Illinois breds did not go today because they don't have stakes until August. And in August they start. So no point in worrying about them right now. Allie's Got Grit is the first Illinois bred. He's been training fine, a lot better of late. I saw him go the other day. Now, I haven't gone with him myself, but I have seen him go, and I was happy with what I saw from Allie's Got Grit. Look, I screwed that up. There we go. Arrowhead Hanover. We were just looking at some of the replays in the kitchen. That's the guy that was in with Memento Mori.
Yeah.
Right? You come out in front of me and interfered when you started in the backstretch. Memento Mori was awesome, obviously. Scotty had talked about him. We'll talk about him in a minute. But Arrowhead Hanover, truthfully speaking, was good. He's not as good a horse as Memento Mori, or hasn't been. Now, this is the coolest time of year where you start to see everybody either reach their ceiling, right? Or you start to see them creep forward. And then, obviously, the next time you start to see that is behind the starting gate. That first time when you roll up in behind the gate with them in a race, if you have them prepared and tight and ready to go, then you really get a sense of who they are and who they aren't. And that's where either, you leave with a smile on your face or you're kicking stones on your way out to the parking lot to get your car. There are going to be horses that break our hearts. That's inevitable. That's horse racing in a nutshell. But there are going to be horses that really wow us. And we did have some on both sides today. I guess it was hard to say that any of the horses disappointed me today because of the track, right?
Yeah.
But there were some horses that definitely wowed us. Arrowhead Hanover was one of those horses. I thought he was good. You know why I'm not more optimistic? Because it's exactly how I expected him to be today. So certainly not a letdown. Trant did not go today. That filly is back training now. We've trained her twice for Dr. Rucker. My plan is, and I know Dr. Rucker had said, listen, if you don't think she's a solid stake filly, I'll just race her on the regional circuit around Minnesota, I believe, is down where he lives. Down by where he lives. But I do believe that this is a stake caliber filly. I don't know to what extent. I certainly can't sit here riding down the road and talk about who's a sire stake filly and who's a grass rate. You don't know yet. But she's a stake filly, I believe, and a nice filly. We've done right by her. She looks good. She's trained good this week, and she's getting ready to go. Aunt Lily, Scotty had looked. Now, how do you? Because you went with Aunt Lily, AJ, so totally different makeup of Memento Mori. But I think similar time, wasn't it? 2-3?
Yeah. Did it the right way, too.
Yeah.
Passed horses down the lane.
Yes, split horses.
Yeah, wanted to split.
Yeah, which I liked. I think that's attributed to the way we train her, too. If you look back at her videos back in January, February, March, man, she was a disaster some weeks. Make breaks and do stupid things, but she's
big.
Yes, and that's the whole thing. That constant rinse and repeat attitude has really, I think, helped her turn the corner into the horse she was today. And I think I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that she looked amazing training, and that was extended to today too. I thought she looked amazing. Bluebird Tuxedo Hill did not go today. He had a really, really high liver and a high weight cut, so he had lots going on. So he's probably going to miss another week too. He won't be ready to qualify for at least 10 days to 2 weeks. Blue Ventura lost the left front shoe going to the gate, and then there was some mild interference. Who caused it? It's up for discussion. But as of right now, little interference coming out of the turn, hooked the wheel, finished up good. I was rather happy with what I saw from Blue Ventura. Cadeau was good. Hobbles were a little tight. We can let them out again for the next go around. Billy liked him and thought he was good. Captain Incredible is in Ontario in week 2 of a little modified training, as I like to call it. We backed him away from training. He's just jogging now, getting some light workout. When he gets a green light from the vet, then we'll start pushing forward again, and he will be ready to go for Lexington. Lexington's what, August? July?
August 1st, yeah. Right around there.
Yeah. So he'll be ready to go for Lexington. The other filly you never saw either was the Poppy Rob Hanover in Pennsylvania. She's over with Tim. I just got her off the half because she's never going to see a half, and she's been schooling and training great. She schooled in 2-4 the other day.
That's good. First time sire. Yeah.
Have you seen many of the Poppy Robs? What's the take on them?
Yeah, so far they like him a lot. He's a Some Beach, right?
Yeah.
You get a very athletic looking build.
100% with her. That's exactly.
You just kind of hope that you skip that generational, don't want to pass or
crankiness,
little attitude. But aside from that, they're all good looking individuals. Then the opposite is the Tall Dark Strangers, right? Those are the both competing first crop sires.
Better's Delight son.
And then you get the Better's Delight, which means you usually get a little lazier horse training down, one that doesn't really wow you the whole time.
I never got one of those. How do people?
That's what I'm saying. That's what they've been like. They haven't wowed them yet, but Better's Delights don't wow you, right?
Yeah. So until they roll them in,
and then they start to go behind the gate and they race, and then they just get incrementally better.
Yeah, I'm eager to see how that all plays out. But I can tell you, we only have one Poppy Rob and no Tall Dark Strangers, and the Poppy Rob we have is a really, really nice filly. I believe, anyway. I jumped over a couple of horses I like a lot. Century Legion is ready to qualify. He might school on Tuesday. I had made my mind up. A couple of trotters we have in Ontario, really, really nice. And the other one is the Chicago Hall, the Muscle Mass I was telling you about. He's a really nice colt. He'll likely school on Tuesday. Also, Cleveland Masha is ready to start back jogging, I believe, walking right now. She injured her shoulder somehow. Training was the weirdest thing. She is a shadow play. She'll start back here soon, I would imagine, jogging full time. Dancing by Myself, Jason has gone with. Said he was good. He's getting closer. He was a little more comfortable this week, which is important. So I'm eager to see how that all plays out with Dancing by Myself. Dancing in My Socks train today was good. Got to get the flip-flops off. I'll be slipping like a bugger today in the mud. Fire and Shine was good. She was 5th in the set because she was the 5th best horse in the set. There's nothing wrong with that. Those are 4 legit nice pacers, and she did her work right. 2-1, 29 seconds on the end of it in the mud. Can't ask for much more than her right now. Foxy Seaside was out of knee a little bit. Pick. I looked at the video again. When I was talking to you about it. I just think their hobbles need to go. No. We'll let them out 2-3 holes next week and start training them like that. See if we can't get them squared away. It's not a bad thing. It is something she'll learn to go with, but something we'd like to get her away from. Easier said than done sometimes. Freedom Hill, that was one hell of a mile. I didn't realize what kind of a mile she went until I looked at the video. Half, I'm like, didn't come out 58, he's 59. No,
felt like it, yeah.
From where she came from, man, she was very, very good. Gaslight Hall is back training now. Happy to hear that. I love Gaslight Hall. He's just a really, really nice horse. Give me a heads up too.
Yeah.
Gorgeous package. I guess her and Memento Mori, I would have to think. I know On Lily was good, but if you're going to pick a pacer and a trotter, I would think it would be Memento Mori and Gorgeous Package today that kind of stole the show. That's a filly in the first set.
Yeah, I mean, I like AJ, but that one in the first was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I forgot about AJ. He was good, you're right. Grand Old Chap comes in. We're going to give him another few weeks and bring him in. Grand Slam Deal was good. I just couldn't get her down on the passing. Got to get the flip-flops off of her, get her squared away a little bit, maybe a little maintenance, and we'll get her back into qualified, but she was rather good. Green Glitter, where are we staying? We're straight, right? Yeah. Green Glitter was good. Scotty went with her, and again, I'd said to him, she felt so good in the 2-hole. He popped her out, went around. I don't play nice, but as soon as you empty her out and let her trot forward, you're going to see her start to slip and get tired out, and that's exactly how the rest of the mile kind of played out. But again, did her work well, top to bottom. Gymboree made the break in the last turn. Line pull inside, and I think that will be the last we'll see of any breaks from her. He's a great guy, was as good as he could be. Every week, just baby steps for a few of these horses. LT Troubadour, he's a great guy. These are horses that just incrementally push forward. Incrementally. High Hopes, I probably would have bet that she would have run today. Third time training hard without hobbles on, in the mud, with flip-flops. I didn't like her chances, but she did her work rather well today, and I was happy with her. Don't worry about the time that you're seeing. By the time the 4th and 5th set, even the 3rd set for the most part went, the track was pretty chewed up. Definitely the last 2, the track was just soup. So I wouldn't read too much into that. I'm a trucker out in the field now. I'm ready too out in the field now. Leggy has one filly that injured, lying in her sesamoid. We got to take a chip out of her, I think, and chip out of that sesamoid. We'll do that in the coming week or so. No rush. LT Troubadour, as I said, was good, but needs to. As I said to one of my partners with him today, just a little soft, and not in the nasty, ignorant, rude way. Just a little soft, and I just think he needs to be tightened up. Just every week, a little more. I think you're going to see him get better every single week, and this was part and parcel to that growth. I think today. Manhattan Money was good. That was Billy, quarter pole to the front. Not generally Manhattan Money's move. Probably lost, fell asleep a little bit on the front end, but qualified well. Melisandre still training, back training now. I trained her yesterday. She trained good. I was happy with what I saw from her. Memento Mori, as Scott said, top marks to him today. And I think you want to see a real cool part of the mile. Watch the run out. Watch when the qualifier was over and how much trouble Scott had to get them pulled up. I told them when we trained the horses, we trained at 1.5 miles, and even when I moved them, when I went with them before, it was a real chore to get them pulled up. And again today with Memento Mori, he never gets tired. This horse, it's nice colt. Mountaineer Prince, it's easy to say disregard that break, but I would disregard the break. I trained him last week. I don't know what get into him today, but I don't ever see him like that. So whether it was the mud or I have no idea, but he'll train hard next week. Not a problem there. My Wicked Heart is getting close to schooling in Ontario. By close, I mean likely Tuesday. Never Lose Felix had a ton of snot in his nose, and he was a little bit sore coming out of that stall today. So between the combination of both of them, I just said, you can't go. It's not fair to go to the horse. Just scratch him. Take him back to the barn. That's exactly what they did. We'll get him looked at, but I don't think there's anything serious there. Oh, He'll Know was very, very good today. Very happy with her. Pelican Al out in the field. He'll come back in another 2-3 weeks. This is the brother to Charlie Hill. Charlie May. Charlie Hill's the stake race. Princess Dream back jogging now, so I'm excited and eager to see how she gets along. I would say within the next 2-3 weeks we'll begin training her again. She's going to miss the first part of the season, but she's eligible to everything. This is the sister to Aki's filly that won the Breeders' Crown last year, Warwi Michelle. Yeah. That's her filly. She kicked through the walls and scraped her legs all up. Like, never hurt any bone, ligament, tendon, nothing like that, but scraped her up pretty good.
And she's almost ready to qualify?
No. Oh. She was in 217, 218, 220, something like that, and then hurt herself. So she'll be ready probably in 8 weeks, 7 weeks, 6 weeks. Resolve Indeed is training well in Ontario. She's back training now. Yeah. Danny is raving about how much better she looks, which is exactly why we kind of modified those schedules on some of those horses. They've all come back good for the most part, and Resolve Indeed is definitely one of those. Rose Run AJ, Scotty said, was very good today. Very happy with AJ. More happy on the speed's never been a problem. The thing with him was all mental, and the way we have him hung up, he's just awesome, and I'm really, really happy about that. Rose Run Alexandra, got to get to work on her, getting that. She's touching her left knee. Just got to get to work on it and clean it up. We'll get it. We'll get there. Rosetta was good. Chris said a little green, as you can imagine, but did her work well. Very, very happy with Rosetta. She sits at the bar. This is Volume 8's sister. She got loose and fractured her bone.
He also broke down this year.
Yeah, well, not the same way she did. She got loose and got her leg into something and sheared a piece of cannon bone off her front leg. But she's good. She's able. No infection. They did an SAA test. Now it's been 2 weeks plus 15 days. No infection. So I think we're out of the woods in that regard. Now it's just healing, right? And as I said, when she's sound enough to walk around, she's going to Kentuckiana for the summer. Unnamed road, turn right. Where is this? Keep going. Southwind Idex, little flat. You're not going to see him get a hold of the track very well with flip-flops on in the mud. A horse his size, just not a good day for him, but he'll bounce back, I'm sure. Speed of Sound is not ready yet. She's not going to be ready probably for 3 weeks, and we'll have her ready. The Priest, I guarantee you that horse was sick today. That horse does not pull up, and he's never done a rude thing training all year long. That was not him today. We did not scope him, but we will draw blood on him, and I guarantee you his white count is high, and I guarantee you he'll need to be treated. Trevino on Green is training now, is still in Ontario. Danny is going with him. Wander Hill, I was surprised. We made a wager with Billy and he gave me a little scare. I thought he was going to take my money today, but he did not quite get there. What a lady. Westland Warrior, another horse. Got to get the flip-flops off Westland Warrior. Where are we at here? Got to get the flip-flops off of Westland Warrior. We'll do that in the coming weeks and get him back on track. Not a horrible mile today. It's right in the middle where the track started to get really nasty.
Red light.
But is this where I turn right?
Yep. Yes, it is. It is.
Okay. Why does it say airport at Lakewood?
Yeah, well, you could turn right on a red, no?
I'm just
You
wondering.
just couldn't go straight through.
Yeah, no, you never can do that on any state,
No.
on any road. That's why they made it that color.
That's right.
Yep. So Westland Warrior was good. What a lady, what a night. Same thing, not ready yet. She doesn't have to race till August. So we're taking our time with her. And Woodmere Betcha is now in Prince Edward Island with Jamie Smith. Little break. Got to work on her a little bit, but she'll be ready to go soon enough. Those are all your 2-year-olds. All your 2-year-olds. Scotty's almost to the airport. Yep, I know exactly where I'm at now. So what time's your flight? 7 o'clock?
7.
Oh, yeah, tons of time.
Right on time.
Usually.
Yeah,
Just like time is. And then tomorrow, feel free, it's Plans Blue, just who do you got in with him? Do you know?
I don't know. I do not know.
Well, then how do you know?
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about Plans Blue.
Doesn't
matter who I am.
Mark's driving him, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna let him dance tomorrow. It's not Vernon tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you had a lot of fun watching the open house. It was a lot of fun, man. I really wish the sun had come out for the whole day, but you know what? It could have been a lot worse. Wasn't horrible, and I was still very, very surprised how many people showed up, how many people showed up to the burn, how many people were just so excited about what is going on, and really that's what it's all about. So take care. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will talk to you all very soon.